Welcome back. This is Developer Aligned, a live stream series meant for the contemporary open source Anon contributor. That's you. Welcome back. This is Developer Aligned, and today's show is Inside Fuel Live. As you know, we are doing each week a different show. So last week we had a pretty nice deep dive on UTXO and the beginnings of the cypherpunk fellers and how Hal Finney and Dave Back start building all of these infrastructure. Today we are doing Inside Fuel Live, an insider spot to the latest news on fuel ecosystem, what's going on, what's coming next. Well, before jumping into today's agenda, next week we are doing a deep dive, a premium raw from road seed with the best talent of fuel labs and the fuel ecosystem. And we will be reviewing a great tool called NPX Create Fuels, an amazing tool just to bootstrap your projects with just one CLI command. Then Mr. Carl Delegation is joining us for Hack Stories from the Hall of Fame of the people who was hacked. Hack Stories is coming, teaching us how to not lose money. Well, having said everything, please say hello to Ruben, who is coming to the stage right now.
Hello, guys. How is it going? Super excited to be here. This is the second edition of Inside Field Live. The previous one was an absolute banger, and I'm thrilled to be here again with the man Sandusky and the whole crew that's gonna join in a bit. So today's agenda will be covering. So we've been all to East Denver, so we're gonna give you some feedback around that. Um, we're gonna talk to you about the latest community updates, what's been happening at Fuel recently, what will be coming up next, and we also have a special guest today coming from the Baco Safe team. So previously it was Be Safe, they rebranded, so they will tell us all about that, and we'll also be featuring the best community projects, not projects, the best community contributions for the past months. So I saw much more improvement from the last time. So super excited to be sharing this today. And yeah, as always, whatever you're new to the ecosystem or you've been here for years, there's a place for everyone here. So thank you for joining. And if you have any question, then feel free to ask that in the chat and we'll be happy to answer that in a bit. So without waiting further, I'm just gonna give
Nice
a
swag
brief
you have
intro.
there, by the way. Like,
Oh yeah, this
while
comes
are you
from
waiting?
Denver.
Okay,
This is
I got
the Fuel team hoodie. I don't know if you were here in Denver. No, you were not.
I was not. Yeah.
But yeah, so you missed out on great swag, but that's not the only thing you missed out. There's been some really cool events we've been attending. We've been hosting Execution Day, but let's dive into this in a bit. Before
Let's
going
go.
further, maybe we can start with a brief recap of what's been going on within the Fuel community. So let's start with a few numbers. So the Fuel Discord now has over 384,000 members. This is huge, guys. So super excited to be growing this community with you. The community is expanding, the quality is improving, and we are getting closer to mainnet launch every day. So this is super exciting to be a part of this. We've had also some new members started to translate the Fuel blog. So the Fuel blog is now being translated into 7 different languages. So namely, it's Chinese, French, Portuguese, Turkish, Russian, Ukrainian, and there's a last one that I'm forgetting. No, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, so super exciting to see this. So I just want to give a huge shout out to all the translators and all the moderators who keep on doing an amazing job covering this up. We've also been going to East Denver, as I mentioned. So let's talk maybe about the events that we've been attending at East Denver. So the Fuel booth was an absolute banger. We've had so many people coming in and excited about Fuel. Um, we gave a few talks, especially one about reducing the finality about optimistic rollups. So maybe Sandusky, you want to come back and then we can talk this through, share some insights about that. What do you think?
Hi there, I'm back.
There he is. So yeah,
Okay.
so I was talking about Nick's talk about the fast finality for optimistic rollup. So why waiting a week for finality when you can wait only for a day? So this has been a pretty cool topic that we've talked about during East Denver. And we also hosted Execution Day. So Execution Day was a great place for everyone within the community. So yeah, we had over 2,000 registrations for Execution Day. We had people from all the modular world, if I can say that. So Movement Labs, Pontio. We had some pretty cool projects. Aztec, um, Neil Foundation, the roll up as moderators, and so on and so on. So you can see all the replay of all those talks, all those panels on our YouTube, and we shared that today on Twitter. So go take a look, um, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna learn tons of things over there. So
Well, it
without
seems like so
yeah,
crazy because 1 year ago was like not so easy to explain someone about layer 2 scalability. Like everyone was just maybe up to roll ups, but knowing nothing about parallelism, all VMs, and so on. But it feels like this year, it Denver was so hyped about scaling solutions, about privacy solutions, about all VMs. And I don't know, that's why it feels so amazing to me to have this event, like having all of the best talent from the scaling ecosystem being together, discussing high level ideas. So yeah, as Ruben said, you're welcome to come to our Twitter and find our recordings of these amazing talks featuring great names, great projects. So please go there and check it out.
awesome. And yeah, and so now I will give the mic to you, Andres. Let's cover maybe the technical updates and the DevRel content for Fuel in the past few months.
Well, thanks so much, Ruben. Um, so yeah, let's talk about DevRel. Like what's new, what's been happening in the DevRel space and technical updates. So I'm going to start by something that gives me a lot of joy, which is our new predicate quick start. Um, Let me just share my screen because I've been waiting so long for this. It feels like predicate and UTXO content is so valuable to you guys. Um, Maybe 3 weeks ago, we had David talking about predicates. Last week, we were talking about UTXO. And finally, we have something you can um, just jump right in and start writing your own predicates. So this is our latest guide on how to write predicates. Actually, it has a way clever name, which is Desmythifying Predicates for Blockchain Developers. Um, so basically, as you might notice here, predicates are Fuel's approach to stateless account abstraction. In the blockchain space, we are constantly faced with the exponential growth of state bloat that just isn't sustainable in the long term. As you may notice, the state bloat is basically destroying Ethereum decentralization because running a node it's getting so expensive, and that's because we are used to a building pattern that basically focused on adding more state and more variables and more storage to the EVM. Well, the fuel VM with Sway is coming with predicates, and predicates are stateless. Um, Artifacts, I don't know, stateless blockchain primitives based on parallel UTXO execution. Well, here in this guide, you will find the best definition and the best way to start building right away. So, first, you have this explanatory step. Then we go for prerequisites. Installation, project setup, as you might see, is pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Just one line CLI commands like creating a folder, navigating into the folder, using fork template for a new predicate template, just explaining the folder structure, um, for build, just for building, as you might know, predicate root, which is the address where you are going to deposit your assets. For those who weren't here before, predicates are like code on wallets. So basically, you are taking some code, hashing that code, and getting a wallet address. Then you deposit assets into that wallet, and that code, which is the seed phrase, but at the same time the logic behind that address, is going to determine whether it's going to be spent or not. So you have basically condition for spending assets, and that's like a whole new world of design. This is the basic one, the airdrop predicate, which is a predicate that will always, well, this is saying false. So this is a predicate that it's going to never be being spent. We have some comparisons between predicates and contracts. Um, and there we go inside the code. In this case, we are going to build multi-signature wallet using predicates. So that's why you might see some elliptical curve functions, which are built in by default in the Sway standard library, which is great. Some config options, so you can define which wallets are going to sync the transaction. Some signature verification. So basically, the predicate is looking into the transaction inputs for signatures to be present before spending the asset. And then you have the main predicate. It's like pretty straight away, just 13 lines. Some building of the predicate and some debugging. So basically, predicates are not meant to emit logs or any kind of secondary actions. So in order to debug a predicate, you just need to change the program definition from predicate into script, and then you will be able to start printing some logs. So feel free to join. Feel free to come to this guide, check it out, and start building predicates right away. Be part of the stateless revolution of the Ethereum ecosystem. It's time to be parallel. It's time to be stateless. It's time to be fast and cheap. It's time to think different, I might say. So yeah, this is our new guide, building a stateless DeFi application using predicates. That's it. I don't know. I'm so amazed by this. I've been waiting for so long to have such a content. So thanks to Call Delegation for writing this, because it's beautiful, just beautiful. But not that's not everything. We have some comments here. How to back to beta 4 on Fuel Wallet? We are not doing that. We are just moving to beta 5. The whole ecosystem is migrated to beta 5. So yeah, that's not happening, Faris. I'm so sorry. Well, for the next announcement, information, update regarding technical and development updates, I'm talking about beta 5. Please check our migration guide. So what's the migration guide? Well, it's simple. Let me open a new tab for this. Share screen. Okay. Yeah, there we go. If you go to our documentation portal, which is right here, docs.fuel.network, then you go to the guides section, you will find all the way at the bottom the migration guide. So basically, the migration guide contains the breaking changes log, which contain all of the stuff that might be broken regarding beta 5. Remember, this is the last one before testnet. So we're not having that much breaking changes in the future. So feel free to come to the breaking changes log to see what's new with Sway. What's new with the, well, it's a lot of stuff actually. What's new with the Rust SDK? What's new with the TS SDK? So yeah, that's basically it. I'm not going to be step by step on what's new on beta 5, but feel free to check it, and please consider that window.fuel, the connector to use the SDK for the Fuels wallet, is not longer supported. Was deprecated in beta 5. So as from this date, you have to import Fuel from Fuels Wallet SDK in order to build your applications in TypeScript. So I have the wrong link actually. This is it, migration guide. So check it out and prepare yourselves for beta 5. We have more information in the comments. Ruben, great explanation. Beta 4 has been sunset in favor of beta 5. Thus, testnets are staging networks. And the next step will be an upgradable testnet. So you don't have to deal with testnet migrations anymore. Thank you so much, guys, for having this amazing conversation. It's so funny because some of you are in Twitch and some of you are in YouTube, and you are having a conversation between each other. So yeah, this is the breaking changes log, docs.fuel.network/guides/migration guide. Social interoperability. Yeah, just like that. Well, what's next? What's next? Indexer stuff. Okay, indexer stuff. Indexer stuff. We know you love to have an indexer. Like, blockchains are amazing tools for coordination, but are awful for data as data structures. So I'm glad to announce that we are building a new subgraph, a new indexer tool, which is located here. Share my screen. And there you go. This is our new indexer tool. GitHub.com/fuel fuel slash indexer, just like that, just indexer. Well, we are building a new indexer from scratch. So feel free to join to this repo and start dropping your issues, your feature requests. This is like a blank template. So I think it's a great moment to start making some contributions, to start requesting indexer that works the way you like it. But that's not everything, because we not only have a new indexer, but a new integration with the Graph protocol, and it's github.com/fuel labs/fuel subgraph. Well, basically, this is a full working integration with the Graph protocol that allows you to use rather the WebAssembly subgraphs and the Firehose streaming service. Recent, I think it was like 2 years ago that was implemented, and basically creates like these insanely fast data streaming for blockchain indexation. So I think this is great news for the fuel ecosystem. It's already documented. It's I think um, not complete, but it's working right now. So feel free to come and start playing with it and start breaking that. So yeah, this is another news and announcements I have for you. Well, what's next? Okay, I'll be joining you in Ethereum Zurich next April. This is like 3 weeks from now. And we will be talking about how UTXO can help scale Ethereum. So we will be having some words on UTXO, where it does come from, and all VMs, how it's being used. So yeah, see you at Zurich. Hope to see you there. Um, Ruben says there are more indexers to come on fuel. Yeah, like we are boiling, we are cooking more stuff, but it's just not ready to be announced. But yeah, I'll be speaking during Ethereum Zurich. I'm so glad, so exciting to be there. That's my first time in Switzerland. So yeah, hope to see you there. And what's next? Okay, Faris says, will the fuel lab indexer will be solely for fuel, or will work for other blockchains where it's not designed for fuel as a network, it's designed for fuel VM. So the fuel VM is designed in a modular setup. So yeah, we will be launching like the canonical implementation on Ethereum, but actually you can implement the fuel VM in the future in other setups. For instance, you can deploy subnets in Avalanche using custom VMs. Well, you can deploy the fuel VM there. Therefore, you can use the fuel indexer there. So the fuel indexer is working for the fuel VM. So therefore, any place where you deploy the fuel VM will be a place that you can index using the fuel indexer. We have Ruben explaining or amplifying the vision on the fuel rollup OS. So every rollup using the fuel VM will be able to use the fuel indexer. So thank you so much, Faris, for your question. Your questions are always welcome, and I'm grateful to jump on them. So yeah, this is some news regarding the next month. Actually, not the next month, but like 3 weeks from now, I'll be in Switzerland, spending some time with you guys. But this is not all. I have more information for you. And this is a new tab. Well, we should have like some kind of system to switch between tabs, sharing tabs. Well, the next step is to talk about the Fuel Champions program. As you may know, the Fuel Champions program was launched during um, ETH Denver. And basically, the Fuel Developer Champions program is a way to recognize developer achievement across four levels: pros, veterans, all stars, and legends. It's a way to acknowledge the work done at different stages of engagement with Fuel, whether you're just getting started or you're deeply involved in building and inspiring other developers to build on Fuel. This program is about your contributions and progress. Well, this is not the announcement I'm going to make. This is the announcement that was made during Denver. But for today, I have something more specific, which is technical writing spotlight bounty. So we have a technical writing spotlight bounty, and it's upsetting uh, um, accepting submissions. So if you come here to the starting sections of the Fuel Champions program and enroll yourself as Fuel Champions, you will be able to join in our new Spotlight Bounty. Well, technical writing spotlight bounty. So we have an open call to champions, $500 in USD available per accepted and published article. Guys, this is a lot of money. Like this is 500 bucks for writing an article. So please come to the Developer Champions starting page, enroll yourselves as champions, and please start submitting technical articles. This is, I think, the greatest news here. So yeah, there's more to come, like way more things to come to the Developer Champions program. So this is just the beginning. Start making yourselves a reputation here, because trust me, there's more things to come. And let me see if I covered everything. Well, it seems that I did. This was all from my side. So yeah, this is what's happening in the technical updates and the real space. So let me bring Ruben back just right now. There
Awesome.
you
Thank you
go.
for the news. Pretty good coverage. So next up, we're gonna have Olya, who's gonna share us the ecosystem updates. So please bring in Olya on stage. So Olya is doing ecosystem marketing at Fuel. Um, Always good to see her with us on the Inside Fuel Live. So Olya, would you like to give us a brief intro and then jump in the ecosystem updates?
Yeah. Hey guys, great to be here. I don't have a fancy background, but I'm gonna be uh, very, I guess, organic. Anyways, in the coverage. So our ecosystem has been going through some exciting developments, and we have a lot cooking up as well. Over the last month, I think the core the content wise, our focus was on the DeFi space, because obviously the Rollup OS is tailored very nicely for high volume trading use cases, and especially with predicates, making it very easy to spin up a DEX or an order book. And here are some updates. We have some updates from our projects. So Fuelet wallet had a bunch of updates. They just launched a naming service, and they had a lot of interest. More than 50K users whitelisted to claim a unique address on Fuel, and 25K domains minted in the first week only. This is great. I think it shows that there is a huge interest on the user side, and this is honestly just the beginning for them. So great progress. Very great to see that. Next thing, next project is building a really advanced liquid staking protocol. They're called Air Finance, and the core update from them is announcing the plans to launch 2 new products on Fuel, which is ETH Bridge and ETH Staking. And again, this is only the beginning, and they will be expanding further into derivatives, which is super advanced and exciting for the Fuel ecosystem. And it actually gives you, as a user, multiple opportunities for earning yield on staked Ethereum and many more yield-bearing opportunities. Another project, and we actually have them with us today to talk about their rebrand, is Baco Safe. So they just launched a very advanced multi-sig wallet. They have a really cool workspaces feature that allows to aggregate multiple vaults, as well as other features for advanced asset management. And of course, it's all super secure. Security is top priority at all times. And one feature that I really love about Baco Safe is their Face ID feature that you can actually use on mobile. It's pretty cool for an early stage project like that. Yeah, just to talk a little bit about ETHDenver, we kind of tried having a new event format, which is demo days at our booth. And we also had projects like Spark, Oreo, and again, Baco Safe were there as well. But I guess they can tell you more about it a little bit later on the show because they're here today. And that was it was pretty exciting to see projects come IRL and talk about what they're building. We plan to keep doing this type of events at other conferences throughout the year. And our next one is ETH Dubai. And we're going to have the same demo day format. I think lastly, something that I've noticed in the ecosystem, which is super, super cool, is, a kind of a grassroots collaboration between projects. So we have, for example, we had Fuel Name Service and Spark partnering together to kind of facilitate domain and transaction processing. And I think it's something that we'd love to see more of in the ecosystem. So, and I guess it's a great indicator of how projects are collaborating and they're, unlocking a bunch of use cases and opportunities for them to build together. I think that's pretty much it from me.
Yeah, so
questions?
maybe we can bring in the Baco Safe team. Thank you, Olya, by the way. Really good explanation as always. Let's bring in Fabio from the Baco Safe team.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hello, Fabio. Good to see you.
Hello, Rito. How's it going?
All good, all good. Super great to see you back home, safe.
Yeah.
Back home safe, if I can say. So let's jump in. Would you like to tell us all about Baco? Why did you guys come up with a rebranding? Why the name Baco? Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So just to present myself to the audience, I'm Fabio. I run marketing here for Infinity Base, which is the company behind Baco, and I'm super excited to be here and representing the whole team for the first time with you and with you guys. You are amazing. So first of all, talking about the rebranding, we thought that our previous name, Be Safe, wasn't distinctive enough for everything we've been doing on Fuel. starting with the multi-sig wallet and the upcoming identity system that we are working on, and the other sets of apps and tools we are working for the future of asset management on Rollup OS. So that brings us to the necessity of a new name. And we came up with the Bako, which means, is derived from Himitsu Bako. It's a traditional Japanese secret box made by hand in the Lake Hakone region near Mount Fuji. It's a little box made entirely of wood and with no keys, with no hinges. And to open this box, you have to slide different parts of it until you solve the secret. So it's making a very interesting analogy with the idea of a multi-sig wallet and multiple signatories to open or to sign a transaction, right? So if you look at the logo, it's a B letter, which refers to this box that slides up to reveal that golden interior. That's pretty much it on the identity. So on ETHDenver, we launched this new name together with a new design of our landing page and a new UI, the new mobile version, and exciting new improvements, as Olia mentioned before, which highlights the use of hardware signer, which means users can use Face ID and Touch ID for login and signing transactions. Pretty much it. Have you tried the signature?
Yeah, I tried it many times actually. I created a workspace. I interacted a bit with the app, made some transactions here and there. It's pretty smooth, I gotta say, but maybe let's try it directly here. So we have Andres trying it out. So Andres,
Yeah.
you want to jump in as well? Yeah, here we go.
I'm not trying. I'm just playing a video. Actually, I don't have my phone on my reach, but well, I would love to have like everyone just jumping into Baco.global and start playing around with the application. Let me just place the banner right here. Um, there you go. This is the website. This is the place where you can just go and try safe.baco.global. I won't be doing it because I don't have my Face ID on my computer, but you should try it. That's my take here
Yeah,
for all of you
it
watching
works.
the stream.
It works on Touch ID too, if you have it.
So
But
basically, you are using the top level signing technology from Apple just to sign transaction. This is so huge because opens a big door between the amazing user experience that iOS is giving to the users by using like the Key Store and the Face ID and the Touch ID, and using these into the blockchain ecosystem by using these pretty safe hardware signers. So I don't know. I'm impressed by this work, guys. Like, kudos on this because it's so amazing.
thanks, and I can tell you that in the next few weeks we're gonna have some improvements in the whole user interface to make the whole process even more seamless for the end user. So you'll see how this is going to be even easier for everyone to understand and using a multisig.
Well, I'm so hyped to see the next updates. And this is for every one of you guys. Feel free to just jump into Twitter and follow up at BacoSafe to keep in touch with the latest news and start using right away and building on top of this amazing hardware signing, which is directly paired with the Apple biometric signature system. So, well, I don't know. I'm so hyped right now. Um, Fabio, is
Yeah.
there something else maybe you would like to add, Ruben?
Oh,
Maybe Fabio, like, would you like to add like what you guys have been working on in the past few months? Is there anything that we can expect?
Yeah, so we are working on this identity system. Also, it's a novel way of using your identity throughout the roll-up OS. It's different than the fuel name system. We think it's a top level use of our identity, and we plan to integrate this with the multi-sig and other projects very soon. And that's our next feature and
Nice.
projects coming up for the ecosystem. And we have some other improvements on the multi-sig, and I can tell that we are working on a hardware signer in a card, so you can make other stuffs pretty close to Web 2 experience into a multi-sig.
Awesome. Really great to hear that. So yeah, I think that ends the backup session. So thank you very much, Fabio, for joining us today. I think now we can jump maybe on the community content of the month. You can stay here, Fabio, if you want, and we can judge this together. So you also are part of the Fuel community, and you are very involved. So for those who don't know, Fabio is doing the Portuguese translations for Fuel. So just wanted to highlight this. So everybody is contributing to Fuel, even people building on Fuel, people who are just enthusiastic about Fuel. Yeah, so really excited to have everyone here. I also would like to highlight some key members in the Fuel community that keep on doing an amazing job in maybe spreading our vision to the world. So I would like to highlight 0x My Baba, who is doing a lot of French content for the French community. He created some really cool content for the French community. It's called Fuel Users, and they created as well a Common Ground community. So for those who don't know Common Ground is also an ecosystem project on Fuel. It's been deployed on many chains. It's like Discord, but if it was made for Web3, which is pretty cool. So we have a Fuel community there as well. I'm pretty sure we will bring up Florian next time in a session to tell us more about this, and we can explore all the varieties of options that we can do on Common Ground. There is also another community member that I would like to highlight. It's Kev Gorn. So as well, Kev has been doing an amazing job in the community, moderating without being asked, doing some really cool stuff on the content level. And the last one is Lenovar. So he also created a Common Ground community. He's been pushing the boundaries of the content creation on Fuel. So really excited to have all these guys in the community, and I hope that next time we'll have even more people doing the same. And I guess that is all. Yeah. So let's bring back Andres to the stage. There he is. Okay, Andres. So I think we can wrap it up unless you have some questions you'd like to answer.
Well,
You tell me.
so far so good. It seems like we are good, but I would love to feature. Wow, I would love to feature this comment from King Wabi, Mr. Big Business. Explain
Oh.
what Fuel is as I were 5 years old. Well, firstly, I'm not an IA, so I'm not an expert explaining things so to 5 years olds. But I need to think this for a
Maybe
while because, yeah.
maybe we can share the Fuel website on the screen as well. I guess there's a pretty decent information level, and then we
I
can
think
explain this
that's
way.
an amazing idea. So let me add this. So explain what fuel is as if I were a 5 years old. My take is that 5 years old now how to use devices, so I can use devices for explaining things. So let's think that blockchain is your iPad. So your iPad has a lot of playful and amazing applications. Well, Fuel is like blockchain is like an iPad, and Fuel is the technology allowing people to build more applications. So Fuel is the Fuel, Fuel is the environment where you can build new applications like YouTube or maybe some games for other people to play with. I think I did a good job. I don't know. But yeah, this is the roll-up OS for Ethereum. Yeah, feel free to join this revolution. Ethereum is the hardware, Fuel is the operating system. So it seems like we are joining a new era of sovereign rollups where you just deploy rollups based on your needs, and Fuel is the best tool to bootstrap these rollups right away. So feel welcome to the Fuel VM, the Sway language, and the tooling and SDK we have built for you. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Kim Wabi, Mr. Big Business, for asking this question. And it feels that we are done, right?
Yep. I guess we can wrap it up, and yeah, I would say on a final note, keep on creating some amazing field content. Some really cool things are going to be happening in the next few months. The upgradable testnet is coming up. We're going to have a very big hackathon, so level up your Sway level, I would say. Really cool prizes to win with this. So yeah, start learning, never stop learning, actually, and keep building. And that's the key.
Keep building. The hackathon, online Sway hackathon, is coming. Thank you so much, Rubin, for joining us today. This is a lovely show. Like, people love it as well. We are having like more than 2,600 people online right now. So that's great numbers. Thank you so much for being with us today. I'm taking you off the stage. And just remember, lastly, that we are doing a deep dive next week with Dai from the TSSDK team to showcase MPX Create Fuels, a single line command tool for bootstrapping Fuel projects. And then the next week, like in 2 weeks from now, we are having Hack Service with Mr. Call Delegation to learn how to not lose money while playing with this new internet of value. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining us. This was Inside Fuel Life, one of the shows from Developer Aligned, and see you next week. Bye bye.